Bosworth doing the kicking off duties for Lancaster. And he has Mike Gibson deep, and the ball is gathered in at the 10-yard line, and Gibson comes to the 15 and the 20. He finds a slot to the 30 and nearly broke away and knocked down at the 34 by Brian Poling. And Mike Gibson, quarterback, brings his team to the line of scrimmage. Ulick Patterson, Bill Reynolds in the running back field, and it is Bill Reynolds who gets the handoff to the 40, to the 45, to the 50-yard line, getting 21, or rather 16 on the carry, and Steeply a running team. They like to keep the ball on the ground. Come back to the line of scrimmage again with Reynolds and Patterson in the running backfield, and Mike Gibson, a flanker, going in motion. Ball is given to big Ulick Patterson, and he plows off left tackle inside the 45 and is finally dropped at the... Back to the line of scrimmage come the Panthers on 2nd down and 2. This is the first series of the game. They've looked very impressive. And the ball carrier is Ulick Patterson, and this time he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage by Jeremy Russell. No gain on the play. Third.
Very important that the Gale defenders read their keys tonight because they like to run a lot of misdirection plays.
Devon Scott leaves the lineup, and Bob Lepper comes in as a wide receiver for the Panthers. Ball is handed to Mike Gibson, trying the left side, and again he is stuffed by the Lancaster defense. Matt Mahler snaking in from his linebacker spot, drops him for the Panthers. The Perry Panthers from Massillon, Ohio, back to the line of scrimmage on 4th and 3, and they're going to go for the first down. Back to throw is Scott Doherty. He fires, and it is no good. Incomplete at the 35. The intended receiver was Bill Reynolds. He was bobbling the ball as he was Lancaster's offense on the field, and here they come to the line of scrimmage with split backs, and Scott Burry, the junior quarterback, a 6'1", 170-pounder running the offense, and he gives to Nick McCoy on the first carry, and McCoy is swarmed over at the 40-yard line for a loss of a yard or two on the play. Tony Carr, and is now up to 50% for the season, and he also has an excellent touchdown-interception ratio, 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's thrown for 809 yards, and he's back to do it again. And he fires, and Nick McCoy catches at the 43s out to the 45, the 46, but that's as far as he goes. And Eric Johnson makes the tackle along 6 as Lancaster breaks the huddle and comes to the line. Brad Merton goes to the right. Jeremy Glendenning comes left. And it's Nick McCoy who drops into the slot, only one running back behind Scott Burry. And Burry fakes to his running back, that's Kurt Morris, and he throws, and the ball is knocked loose and intercepted. It's picked off by Brock Herring at the 41 and brought back to the 45-yard line. So the Lepper comes to the right side. 2 running backs, Mike Gibson, Bill Reynolds, or rather Ulick Patterson, and Patterson is called on to carry the football. He's over the 45 to the 47 where James Harvey, the 200-pound senior, Curtis, our producer. Back to the line come the Panthers. They have a slot right. In fact, they have a wing left, slot right. And the slot back goes in motion, and back to throw is Doherty. He tucks it away to run. He's at the 50, the 45, first down for the Panthers at the Lancaster 44-yard line, and Brian Poling speared him, 62-pound junior. Matt Myers is the tight end. It's a wing left, a slot right, 1 running back for Scott Doherty. First down 10 at the Lancaster 44. He gives to Mike Gibson, and Gibson is plowed down at the 44-yard line. No gain. James Harvey, Josh Griggs. Panthers back to the line of scrimmage with Matt Myers at tight end. Again, it's wing left, slot right, and back to throw is Doherty. He fires, and it is caught at the 35 and out of bounds immediately as Bob Lepper appears to be short of the first down. Tough football team from a great traditional area of football, Massillon, Ohio. They've been great for years. Mike Gibson goes in motion. Ulick Patterson gets the call, rams it off left tackle inside the 30, knocked down at the 27. Jeremy Pound Jr., Raymond Harris, at least on this series. Split back, 2nd down, about 4 yards to go for the Panthers. The big guy, Ulick Patterson, hammers the right side of the Lancaster line and cracks into about the 25. Josh Griggs and Matt Mahler coming to the line of scrimmage. Panthers with split backs, a wing to the left and a Wide out to the right, and it's Gibson carrying the ball left. He's got 5. He's got 10. And finally driven out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another first down for the Panthers. Panthers coming back to the line at the 12-yard line officially. It is first down and 10 at the 12. Scott Doherty splits backs and puts a wide out either way. Sends his wing back in motion and gives to Gibson, and Gibson is hammered behind the line of scrimmage. Great defensive play. Moving in was James Harvey. Boy, did he see that one coming. And the ball on the far hash mark at the 15-yard line. It is second down and 13 yards to go. We have 4.5 minutes in the scoreless first quarter. Scott Doherty gets a snap and wants to throw. He pump fakes, puts it away. 15, 10, 7, 6-yard line and knocked down. A great run by the speedy just around the 2-yard line for the first down. So let's call it third down and 5. Big play for the Panthers. Scott Doherty splits backs and puts a man in motion. Gets the snap. Fakes the handoff, rolls right on an option play, and he throws, and it is intercepted by Lancaster, and it is Steve Poston with his 8th interception of the year, and the brilliantly quick hands as he flipped those hands in the air and came down with that football. Oh, what a play by a real blue chipper.
Well, that's 16 interceptions in his career, and he just keeps adding to the total.
And 10 Golden Gales. Charles Gherkin and Matt Hilliard are now the Lancaster wideouts. They go to either side on first and 10 at the Lancaster 20-yard line. The Gales go to the ground, and it's Mike Wheeler charging off the right side of the line for 3 yards. Tony Carr and McCoy, or Wheeler and Rosser, and 2 wide receiver combinations, either Hilliard and Gherkin or Merton and Glendenning. And the second and fourth quarters have been big-time Lancaster quarters. They've scored over 80 points in each of those quarters this year because they've worn down some opposition. Second down 7, 23-yard line. Burry to throw. And he lobs it deep for Gherkin, and he's got him. A flag down as Gherkin is finally knocked down at the 50-yard line. Brock Herring makes the tackle on Charles Gherkin. He ran a little fly pattern down the far side. It was at Lancaster, so the Gales will not get additional yardage. The ball remains at the 50-yard line on that 27-yard reception. First and 10, Lancaster at the midfield stripe in a scoreless game. First quarter, 3:06 remaining in the period. Quick handoff to Mike Rosser. The senior fullback plows into the line for 2 to the 48 of the Panthers. Jim Fisk, sure was Bruce. They have a big family, but I know it wasn't Andy or Pip because they're huge. But this little fella made all Ohio at like 147, 150 pounds. Scott Burry brings his team back. I'm in big trouble with the Ogilvies. 1 running back, wide out to either side. Burry gets a snap, drops 3 steps, throws to the near side, and it is dropped by Andy Smeltzer, the tight end. If the Gales want a fresh set of downs, Hilliard goes to the short side of the field. Gherkin comes to the wide side. A single running back behind Burry. Coming in motion is Matt Hilliard. Burry on third down and long gets a snap and drops to throw. Looks left, fires left, completes it to Wheeler at the 42. Wheeler inside the 40, knocked down at the 37-yard line. First down, 10 Gales. Gary Pursuti makes the defensive play, and the guard line officially of the Panthers. It's first down and 10 yards to go.
And as we said, Scott Burry doing a great job of reading the defense at the line of scrimmage and making the adjustments. 2:12
remaining, first quarter of play. A classic battle between a running team and a passing team. Passing team has the ball now. Burry with an I formation and a pro set. Drops 3 steps, fires left, completes to Hilliard at the 34. Hilliard tight ropes his way down the sidelines inside the 30-yard line.
Well, as you said, Dick, one of these teams uses the pass to set up the run. The other uses the run to set up the pass.
Hilliard goes right. Gherkin comes left. Backs are split. That would be Wheeler and Rosser running in this series. Fake to Rosser, back to throw is Burry. He goes deep for Hilliard. He's got him at the 5. Touchdown, Lancaster. A beautiful post pattern, and Pursuti dove after the ball, could not get in front of the speedy Matt Hilliard. Hilliard took it in full stride and just absolutely walked into the end zone.
And I'd love to know if that was called at the line of scrimmage. It looked like it, and Scott Burry just doing a great job.
Gale offensive line, far left. Only the center, the holder, the kicker, and 1 wide receiver in position. But now the offensive line comes back over and sets up in normal extra point fashion. Bosworth, 8 of 8 this year on extra points and 2 of 2 on field goals. He's missed nothing. And he does now. It is 6, a 3-yard strike on a brilliant post pattern to make it a 6-0 game. 1:58 remaining in the quarter. Bosworth ready to kick it away. Deep is Mike Gibson, and the ball is taken in at the 9-yard line. Gibson straight up the field to the 15 and the 20. Again, he finds a little slot and moves out to the 29 and hammered at the 29 or 30-yard line by Brian Poling. It's 1st and 10 at the 30 for the Panthers and he's 5 of 7 for the game, including another touchdown, and that would be his 8th touchdown pass of the year and Hilliard's 2nd touchdown catch of the season. Scott Doherty has a ground attack underway, and here it comes with Bill Reynolds finding room, and he is behind the defense to the 50, the 40, the 30, a dive and a miss at the 10, and a touchdown, Bill Reynolds. A 70, a very quick answer to Lancaster's 80-yard drive as the be by Rick Boland. Waiting for the snap. There it comes. The ball is down. The kick is up, and it's plenty long enough, and it is no good. Can you believe this? 6-6 game, and we'll be back in 1 minute. As Bill Reynolds, a 5'9", 190-pound junior tailback, took it off right tackle, hit it for the sidelines, got him behind the defense, and took it all the way. There's the kickoff, and it is Poston at full head of steam at the 18 on the short kick to the 20, to the 30, to the 35, and he's knocked down at about the 38-yard line by Andy Wilson, a sophomore, bringing him down. Yard line officially will begin this drive at the 39, 1st down and 10. A pro-I formation for Lancaster High School. 1:04 remaining, first quarter of play. Out of the pro-I set, Scott Burry gets the snap and gives to his tailback, and that's Nick McCoy, and he hammers off the right side behind guard and tackle and moves it over the 4 wide receivers. Glendenning and Merton are back on the field. They alternate series with Hilliard and Gherkin. It's a slot left, 1 running back, 2nd down, 6 yards to go, and flags fly.
That's teams, too.
Glendenning comes left, and Merton goes right, and 1 running back, Nick McCoy, lines up behind Scott Burry. Burry sends Merton in motion. 2nd down and long. Gets the snap. Rolls to the left. Being blitzed. Gets the pass away. McCoy catches at the 42 and is nailed at the 43. Brock Herring makes the stop. Burry took some big-time punishment when he... Back at Fulton Field, we have the ball at the 43-yard line. The Gales are in possession of the football. They slot it to the right side. It's 3rd down, 6 yards to go as we begin the 2nd period of play, and Burry rolls right to throw the ball. And he fires, and it's high and over the head of... Gather this punt in, Gary Pursuti, a junior, 173-pounder. This Perry team has shown some great offensive line blocking and some good speed, and now they go after the punt, and they nearly get there, but it is away, and the ball hits across midfield at the 45 and then bounces to the 41 and then straight off. You know, this is a rather young Perry football team, too, so they may be the Massillon team of the future. Scott Doherty, the sophomore quarterback, rolls back to throw. He's hit, spins away, hit again, and dropped at the 41. Back to the line of scrimmage, Jeremy Russell got him. He could have been knocked down for about a 6-yard loss, but spinning out of that tackle, not many, that's instinct. You don't learn that usually. You just do it. And he did it. And it's a slot right. And in motion is the tailback. And the quarterback hands it off, but nothing doing as Jeremy Russell comes in and pounds on the ball.
There's a lot of poise down there.
He really does. Again, the white-shirted Panthers from Perry High School back to the line of scrimmage on a big possession play. Doherty fakes to his big fullback, keeps it on the option, gets it to the 45, running the left side of the line, over the 45 to the 47, but nailed well short of the 1st down by Russell and Harvey, bringing on 4th down. Do the duties. And the Gales send Poston and Frazier back, so they're not going after the punt, apparently. They're going for a return. At the 33-yard line, a bad snap over to the left side, but he chased it down and got the punt away. End over end to Poston at the 21 and hammered at the 25. So we have a 33-yard punt and a 4-yard return, and Andy Wilson makes the tackle on the defense. They also alternate the wide receivers, and this time it's Hilliard and Gherkin. Hilliard catching his 2nd touchdown pass of the year for Lancaster's only score, and the Gales go with Mike Rosser, their 190-pound fullback, and he's knocked down very quickly with the great offensive blocking. You can tell they're well coached. They are young. They are not the Mansfield team. That's Washington.
You mean Massillon?
Yes, Massillon team, Washington. But this team looks very impressive. Burry under center, I formation, pro set. Second down, 8 yards to go. Gives to his tailback, Mike Wheeler, and he pounds it down the middle over the 30 to the 31-yard line. Gets 3, still needs 5. Jim Fisk on the stop.
Oh, that's tradition in Massillon. So, I mean, if you come from Massillon, you better know how to play football.
They have 3 schools in their system in Massillon. Perry back out over the ball. They slot it left. I formation, or the Gales do, slot it left with an I formation. Back to throw is Burry. He's being chased. He is missed at the 21, missed at the 23, throws a pass as he falls down, and a lineman caught it at the 25. That's the center, Woody Johnson. And now the Gales working from deep in their own territory, and Burry is going to have to punt it away.
We had locked down on that play.
Burry will kick it. A high snap. He leaps up for it, and he gets it, and he drives it downfield. And it is gathered in at the 45 of Lancaster, and no run back at all by Dan Aiken from center. Very athletic to be able to even pull it down.
Great job by Scott Burry.
So Doherty sets his offense at the Lancaster 45-yard line. 2 running backs. They're split. Fakes to both. Back to throw. Tucks it and runs with it. Back to the line of scrimmage. Struggles forward to the 42-yard line. Maybe even the 41, Jason Wolf on the stop. A very quick little throw. The ball at the 40, just outside the 40, second down and 6 yards to go. 7 minutes remaining. First half of play. We're even at 6. Doherty gets the snap, fakes to his big guy, keeps the ball, then pitches on an option to Mike Gibson, who sweeps left inside the 35.
It's to read this kind of misdirection type of offense. It's tough to read.
Panthers don't often put the ball in the air, and why should they with such excellent, crisp offensive line blocking? And Doherty again to throw, and he tucks it and runs it again inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. Jason Wolf on the stop, a pickup of Patrick after his younger player did so well, but he'll be on the field and seeing what he can do against this Gale defense. First snap for Bob Kilpatrick, and he gets the ball, and he hands to the tailback, and it's Bill Reynolds, the guy who scored the first touchdown, and he's ripping it down the sideline, off right tackle inside the 20 to the 15.
Liberty 103.
Well, this one appears to be a real dogfight. The Panthers, in a tie game, have the ball deep in Lancaster territory. First down and 10, and here comes Bill Reynolds off the right guard tackle slot inside the 10 and down to about the 8-yard line, and James averages 26 yards a pop. With that 70-yard run in there, that sets it up for him. Kilpatrick gets the football and follows his blockers into the hole. A yellow flag flies, and Kilpatrick is knocked down at the 5-yard line by quarterback, calls the play and brings his team to the line of scrimmage. He has split backs behind him. Gets the snap and gives to the second back, and that's Ulick Patterson, and he gets very little, maybe a yard to the 9, and Jeremy Russell brings him down. Ulick tight end. Ulick Patterson in the running back field with Gary Pursuti. Snap from center and rolling left with the ball is Kilpatrick. He tucks it away to the 10, to the 9, and that's about it. Kirk Smith brings him down. Kirkpatrick does not have the good defensive play here.
I would not be surprised to see them run it here on third down, Dick, with as efficient an offensive line as they have.
Ulick Patterson is the only running back behind quarterback Kilpatrick. He gets the ball and he rolls right. He's being chased from the blind side. He throws and it is incomplete. Ball was intended for Bill Reynolds, and it was Steve Harris who got it at the 16.
Mr.
WSWZ.
Well, the extra point was missed by Rick Boland, so now it's Mike Rohr who will attempt the field goal from the 26-yard field goal, spotted at the 16-yard line. There's the snap and the spot and the kick, and it's high and it's pretty, and it is no good again as it goes off to the right side. What a game. No extra points, no field goals, and we're still down in a 6-6 tie with 3:46 remaining. Lancaster, being the passing team, really has plenty of time to put a drive together here. Burry has Nick McCoy in the slot, gives the ball to Kurt Morris. He goes to the left side, and he's banged down short of the line of scrimmage, losing a yard. Kurt Morris and Nick McCoy in at the running back slots, and they have Merton and Glenn Denning as the wideouts, and they are slotted. In fact, it's trips right. And there's a pass to McCoy at the 21. He's to the 24-yard line, tries to retreat and move to the sidelines, and he's hammered at about the 20. Glendenning goes left, and Brad Merton comes right. Kurt Morris is the only running back. Merton now goes in motion. Burry on a big third down play. He needs a fresh set of downs, and he's being blitzed, and he gets it away, and it's complete to McCoy, and he's hammered short of the first down at the 29. What a great defensive play. And Lancaster must kick it away, and Scott Burry, this has been an adventure. He's kicked for 16 and 24, and there's another wobbly kick that goes downfield. The ball is allowed to bounce by Pursuti, the receiver, and he made a mistake there as the ball bounces across. Hope put it in the air often, and with 1:35 remaining, this could be a problem for them to move the ball some 63 yards. They move it to the line of scrimmage with split backs, and the handoff is to the speedster, Bill Reynolds, and he comes through the hole on the right side of the line to the 45, knocked down at the 40. Clock is moving. Perry back out over the ball without a huddle. 2nd and 2. Back to throw is Kilpatrick, and he fires right side. It's 3rd down and 2, and that does stop the clock for the Panthers with 59 seconds remaining in the half. We're even at 6. Bob Kilpatrick, the senior quarterback, puts wide receivers to either side, gets a snap, fakes the draw, back to throw, drops real deep, little screen, and sets it up and fires it to Bill Reynolds, and he's at the 50. He's at the Lancaster 45 and knocked down at the Lancaster 44. Big long drop by Kilpatrick, and then he floated the ball over the defensive heads and into the arms of his receiver, Bill Reynolds.
4-yard line.
1st and 10, 44 seconds remaining. Throw to the far sidelines is caught, but I believe the receiver, Devon Scott, was to continue in the second half for this team. I honestly think it may have cost them a touchdown when they had to make that change deep in Lancaster territory. Back to throw is Kilpatrick. And he lobs one. He's going for it all, and it is incomplete. Down the far sidelines, he was looking for Devon Scott. Steve Poston was there for the Panthers. Mike Gibson is to the far side. Lepper to the near side. Gibson comes in motion. Quarterback Kilpatrick gives to that big fullback, and he's rumbling now. It's Ulick Patterson to the 35, to the 30. Fumbles the football as he is hit at the 26. And it is recovered by Lancaster.
And I believe it might have been Steve Poston.
Poston, who does it all, comes up with the fumble recovery with 19 seconds remaining. See if Burry wants to put it up or just go to halftime even at 6.
I think I just kneel down here and run out the clock.
Well, he's got his team up and trips left, so it appears like he wants to do something with it. And he hands the ball to Rosser. Rosser running toward the wide side of the field, out over the 35 and down at the 36-yard line. Roslin, on the kickoff, after Lancaster had scored on a 30-yard post pattern. David McCarty.
Back to receive. Roar kicking off for the Pirates.
Fine crowd on hand on a beautiful evening for football, and here's the kickoff for the second half, and it's McCarty gathering it in at the 15. Slants to the right side of the field to the 25 and the 30. Hit at the 30, spins out of a tackle, nearly steps out of a second, but is knocked down at the 33 or 4-yard line by Jim Neal. Burry has thrown the ball rather well in this first half. 8 of 11. He was intercepted once. Threw for a touchdown. 30-yard strike to Matt Hilliard. Total of 96 yards on the through the air. And now he sets his offense at the 34, 1st down and 10. Wide outs either side, and the backs are split, and a long count by Burry, and he drops 3 steps, and he fires, and it is caught by Glendenning at the 39, and he is fired backwards to the 36-yard line by Gary Pursuti. Forward progress will get him the season. Merton goes wide left. Andy Schmelzer goes with him, drops into the slot. In fact, it's a double slot. Slot right, slot left. One running back, that's Rosser. Wheeler's in the near side slot. Wheeler moves about 3 steps left, sets up, and now the ball is snapped, and Burry throws again to the short side of the field, and Wheeler grabs the football and is out of bounds immediately. Looks like a pickup to the 42, still short. Well, Glendenning comes out of the game, and the Gales go to a power offense, power I formation. One wide out, and the Mike Wheeler, gets the football plowing into the line, and he appears to be very near first down at the 44-yard line. Dick passing. Been a rather penalty-free game. Not a lot of those tonight. Gales back to the line of scrimmage at the 44, 1st down and 10. Burry rolls left to throw. Cocks it and fires it, and over the outstretched hands of Andy Schmelzer. Well, kind of overdid that the first half. Thought I'd kind of back off here this second half. Glendenning and Merton are wide. Burry gives to Wheeler. Wheeler off left tackle, finds a room. He's over the 50 and into Panther territory at the 46-yard line, near another first down, depending on the spot. Tackled by Tony Carr. It is 1st and 10 for the Golden Gales at the 45-yard line of the Perry Panthers.
Gales with good field position, and that really opens up the offensive attack for them. They can do so many more things.
Wheeler and Rosser are the running backs. Wheeler goes into the slot right. Rosser the only back behind Burry. Burry rolls right to throw, tucks it, and runs to the 45, to the 40, and slides down at the 39-yard line. Good, quick darting moves by Scott Burry, hit by Matt Myers, a sophomore. Neither team even will play the big one, so this is probably the third best school out of Massillon, Ohio, and they're giving Lancaster all they want. Gales give the ball to Wheeler. Wheeler driving off the right side of the line inside the 40 and knocked down at the 36-yard line. Tony Carr makes the stop. A yard short of another. Burry, by the way, is tied with Rosser for the biggest gain per carry, 6.4 for the Lancaster quarterback. And he sneaks it on this occasion for first down yardage to the 34-yard line. A gain of a couple. Mike Elliott makes the stop. Lancaster's running attack has been very quiet tonight. Now is -2 or +2 in a couple of carries. Back to the line of scrimmage, 34-yard line, 1st and 10, Lancaster. Burry gives to Wheeler. Wheeler hits the line on the right side and is stacked up after a pickup of only a yard. Eric Johnson makes the stop. Eric Johnson, 2nd down 9, 33-yard line. Lancaster Gales in possession of the ball. The game is tied. Merton and Glendenning are wide left. Running backs are split behind Burry. Burry drops 3 steps and throws, and it is caught by Merton, and a flag goes down at the 24-yard line. I believe it would have been an interference call if he did not catch the ball. And he is good for 9 and near
a big bonus for Lancaster in the past few years. And really, all of those guys
were even at 10 at halftime. Totally different story in the second half as Lancaster won that one 35-10. Back to the line, slot left, single wide receiver right. Burry rolls left, and he throws, and it is caught by Smelter at the 10, the 5, and out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. Gary Pursuti on the stop, 1st down and goal for the Golden Gales. A gain of 13, 1st down and goal. Brad Merton comes to the right side. He is the only wide out as the Gales go to that power I formation with Rosser, the up back, and the ball is given to Jim Steebleton, and Steebleton is hammered at about the line of scrimmage by Tony Carr. He 6:28 remaining in the 3rd period. Brad Merton again, the only wide receiver with the power I formation. Rosser, Wheeler, Steebleton behind Burry. Burry fakes to Steebleton. He'll throw, and it is Wheeler catching, touchdown. Wheeler with a sliding catch in the end zone, and the Gales lead it 12-6.
Just a little rollout there by Scott Burry, and all of a sudden Wheeler's wide open in the end zone. In fact, he almost underthrew that football, Dick.
He really did underthrow it, and Wheeler had to come to a sliding stop and reach back for it and caught it just before it hit the grass top. So it's a fine catch, and the second touchdown throw of the game for Scott Burry, one to Hilliard and this one to Wheeler. And that's Wheeler's first touchdown reception of the year. He has rushed for 4. That's the first one he has caught. Poston will hold. Bosworth will kick. Still looking for our first successful kick in this game by either team. It is up. And it is good. It's a 13-6 game, and we'll be back in 1 minute.
Hi, this is Alan Wentz with the Wentz Insurance Agency.
WSWZ, Lancaster.
Gary Wartzler and Mike Gibson are back deep to receive the kickoff after the Gales take a 7-point lead, and there's the kick, and it is taken in by Gary Wartzler, and Wartzler squirms through a hole at the 30, rolls out over the 40, and is finally caved in at the 45-yard line. Excellent return. They're broadcasters, but this is one step beyond, as Domino's has sent us pizza in the press box, can you believe? Hand off to big Ulick Patterson, and boy, is he mauled at the line of scrimmage. Andy Dean got him.
Thank you, Dave.
At the 45, 2nd down, 10 yards to go. The Perry Panthers on the attack. and back at the line of scrimmage, and the senior Kilpatrick hands off to the speedster Bill Reynolds, and he's flying again into the secondary to the 45, the 40, the 35-yard line, and inside the 30, knocked down at around
not against this Lancaster defense.
Well, he flies back to the line. Come the Panthers on first down 10. Quarterback gives to his big guy, and Ulick Patterson plows off the right side to about the 26-yard line, where Deem and Russell combine to make the
I tell you, Ryan's enjoying it behind us here.
It's second down and 6 yards to go. Big drive for the Panthers. They're trailing by 7. Kilpatrick gets a snap, and again it's Ulick Patterson plowing into the 21-yard line. Just appears to be barely short of the first down. Play was stopped by the brilliant safety for Lancaster, Steve Poston, with his 8th interception of the year. Here's the speedster Bill Reynolds going right side and hammered at the 18-yard line. A great play by Steve Harris, who came in and caught him from the blind side and drilled him after a pickup of 2. Got a junior wide receiver, comes wide to the near side, and the Panthers have their running back split and send their wing back in motion. The handoff is to Ulick Patterson. He fumbles the football again, but this time the Panthers recover at the 6 or 7 yard line. Patterson was spun around
46, but boy, did they put a helmet on him.
Well, that's the second fumble by Ulick Patterson. Panthers line it up. Reynolds with the ball. Flag flies. Reynolds wiggles inside the 5 to the 3. James Harvey makes the stop, and it's a backfield in motion penalty, 12, as well as a passing team would. The backs are split. The senior Bob Kilpatrick running the attack. Sends his wingback Mike Gibson in motion. And then gives on a little end-around play to Bill Reynolds, who was on the other wing. And Reynolds is snowed under at about the line of scrimmage by Matt Mahler. Play did not develop for them.
Good job by Mahler along with Jeremy.
May not mean as much to them since they're down by a touchdown and a point. So they've got 2 plays to try to figure a way to get it 11 yards. Kilpatrick sends Gibson in motion. Rolls left, wants to throw. He's rushed. He's sacked at the 22-yard line. Brian Poling and Jeremy Russell bring the quarterback down, and whoa, check this out. Bob Kilpatrick. It makes sense. They're down by a touchdown and a point, and they're going to go for the score. So a team that does not do this type thing rather well. And another flag. Kilpatrick, the senior quarterback who did not start this game and has not thrown the ball well. He's thrown it well. He has not completed much. Brings them to the line of scrimmage again. And he's back to throw. Drops back to the 35. Little screen to the right side. And it's Reynolds to the 25. Reynolds to the 21, and that's it. Gales take over on down. Tackle by Steve Harris. Harris doing a nice job.
Good defensive stand again by the Gales, and of course a couple
% passer, and for the second consecutive game, he is improving on those numbers. He is 13 of 17. And a mix-up and nothing happening for
once again, thanks to Dave Bates and his Domino's crew for the pizza tonight. That's a new touch that we hadn't had all year.
There's a new world record for downing a slab, too, I'll tell you. Second down, 13 yards to go for Lancaster. Burry sets his team back to throw. Pump fakes, rolls to the left, and goes deep, and nobody home. Throws it right to tailback Mike Wheeler.
19-yard line.
Charles Gherkin and Matt Hilliard are now the Lancaster wide receivers, and Burry rolls right. He pump fakes. He's in trouble. Rush clear back to the 5 and to the 3, and here comes an intentional grounding call. He was being dropped at the 3, and he tried to throw the ball.
Boy, that's the truth, and he's going to stand right at the very back of the end zone here. Not much room to do anything with, and we'll see if Perry tries to rush him and block it here.
His punts have been an adventure tonight. He has only one of over 30 yards, and he's going to give it a try from deep in the end zone. Snap is there, and the kick is out of there, and he gets it pretty good. Pursuti back to his 35 to gather it to the Lancaster 35, moves to the Lancaster 30 and to the 25, and knocked down at about the 24-yard line by Steve Poston. So that's a 30.
Going to be a blowout type of game for Lancaster. Think again, this Perry bunch came to play tonight.
Guess what? We have a new quarterback, and it's Dan Shimmick. Shimmick gives to the first man through, and that is Bill Reynolds, and that is Mike Gibson, and the tackle by Steve Harris and the gain a couple of yards. 2nd down and 8 yards to go. With the senior Bob Kilpatrick could not get it done. Scott Doherty is injured, so now we're to John Shimmick running the offense. Shimmick on 2nd down and 8. Counter play, and it's Gibson. Gibson finds a hole to the 10, to the 5, and it's a touchdown. What a beautiful run by Mike Gibson as he stinks. And it's now a 13-12 game. And the extra point attempt again will be by Rick Boland. He's trying the extra points, and Rohr trying the longer kicks. There's the snap and the placement and the kick, and it is a high end over end kick, and it's no good again. It's 13-12 Lancaster, and we'll be back in 1 minute. Quality leading. Mike Rohr will kick it off. McCarty and Poston are deep to receive. End over end kick. Poston gathers it at the 15, and here he comes to the 20, the 25, and the 30, out to the 35-yard line, where a swarm of white shirts meets him, led by Andy Wilson.
Well, he really is.
So Pursuti replaces him in the defense, and the Gales move to the line of scrimmage. 1st down 10, 35-yard line in their own territory. Split backs, wide out to either side. Burry calling and getting a long count, gets the snap and back to throw, and fires way too hard for Brad Merton, who was actually wide open at the 50.
Yeah, that's really true. And, of course, that time he was rolling to his left, which is kind of hard for a right-handed quarterback.
2nd down, 10 yards to go. Lancaster 35-yard line. Burry gives to his tailback. Wheeler for 10, 12, 13 yards, and hammered down at the 49-yard line. Mike Wheeler darting into that secondary. Matt Myers making the and gets his play. Brad Merton comes to the near side. Glenn Denning goes to the far side. Mike Rosser, the fullback, and Mike Wheeler, the tailback, in the pro I set. Wheeler again, weaving into the line, finds only 2 this time. As he tries to make a cut, it does not work. He's knocked down at the 49-yard line. Merton to the wide side, Glenn Denning to the short side, Rosser the fullback, Wheeler the tailback. Burry will roll out left. This is a quarterback run play. He's at the 50, the 45 as he cuts through 2 defenders and down at the 44. It's Andy Wilson who makes a stop, and what an athletic move by Scott Burry, as 2 white shirts had really cornered him, and he cut him off. Brad Merton goes right. Glenn Denning comes left. It's 3rd down and 3 for the Gales. They must pass. He flies into the end zone, going 70 yards. And the second, a 22-yard run by Mike Gibson. But no points on the extra point try, so it's a 13-12 game. Play back in. Lancaster at the line. 3rd down, 3 yards to go, just outside the 43-yard. Merton, right. Glenn Denning, left. Rosser and Wheeler split behind Burry. Burry back to throw. It's a little shovel pass to Wheeler. Wheeler cuts inside the 45 to the 43, maybe even the 42-yard line. Andy Wilson with the stop. Good play call. And
19 left to play in the clock running.
Gary Pursuti goes back to receive this punt from Scott Burry. Single back to receive it back at the 15-yard line. Snap is there. The rush is on, and again, he barely gets one away. He's knocked down, no flag. Ball hits at the 20, rolls inside the 15, and is down at about the 12-yard line by Lancaster. So the distance, 6:52 remaining in the game. And the 3rd quarterback of the night, John Shimmick, a junior, starts the offense for Perry High School. Gives the ball to the wingback coming around, and it's Bill Reynolds to the 20, to the 25, 28-yard line, and out of bounds. Steve Poston makes the stop. An excellent run.
Perry to pass the football.
Reynolds was downed inside the boundaries, which means the clock continues to move. It's down to 6 minutes and 15 seconds. Fake to the wing back, and rolling out is the quarterback Shimmick, and he'll keep the ball, and he barrels into 2 Lancaster defenders at the 33 and carries them for 2 yards. Devon Scott, the only wide receiver. The running backs are split. The wing back is left. The wide out is right, and Shimmick to throw. Big rushed hard, gets it away, incomplete. Intended for Mike Gibson.
Good pressure being applied by Brian Poling coming in from his corner.
the quarterback. From the far hash mark at the 3-yard line on a 2-point conversion attempt. Catches a fumble and is picked up by Lancaster, and they go the other way. And Bill Reynolds tackles from behind James Harvey, who picked up the errant pitch. So I would imagine that every series here will be a 4-down series. No such thing as a punt at this point in the game. Rohr moves on the ball. He kicks it away. It hits at the 20, bounces into the arms of Poston at the 15. He's running laterally across the field to the near side. Cannot turn it up, and is knocked out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent defensive for safety, one to do it. Tail lineouts are Charles Gherkin and Matt Hilliard, and they are in tandem to the near side. Backs are split behind Scott Burry. Hilliard now goes in motion. Burry gets the snap, looks for Hilliard, pops it to him, he catches it at the 20, and he's down right there by Tony Carr. So the guys are going to chip away here for a step down the field, and all of a sudden they'll hit you with a big play. Excuse me, there's no people stuck in it. Andy Smeltzer in the slot. Hilliard and wide, and the pass is to Smeltzer. Smeltzer to the 25, and out to the 30-yard line, and the penalty flag goes down, and it may be against the Panthers. Mark Herring is simply one of our situations where there will be no mistake. The mistake would kill the drive, and Lancaster comes up in a double slot. Kurt Morris and McCann in the slot, and there's a wheel downfield to Hilliard, and it's over 12-yard line in Lancaster territory. 2:54 remaining in the game. Hilliard goes right, Gherkin comes left. Single coverage on Hilliard, and Barry Rose right. He tucks it, and he runs it to the 50, to the 49 of the Florida Panthers, and down he goes to pick up the 5. Lancaster appears to be in no hurry to get back over the ball. Now the clock is melted to 2:22. 18-13, Barry leads. This is a 3rd down and 5 call. Barry with one running back and slot either side. Takes a long catch, can you believe? Gets the snap, drops 3 steps. Throws, settle the flag down. Ball caught by Hilliard at the 4. To grab 11 yards, or they give up the football and the game. Backs are split, wide out to either side. Burry sends Hilliard in motion. Gets the snap, drops the throw. Here's a blitz. It's picked up. He fires, and he throws it into the ground. It is intercepted by the second. Will bring his offense to the line of scrimmage. Working from the near hash mark. He takes the ball, and he gives to the wingback, and it is Bill Reynolds. And Reynolds is stacked up at about the line of scrimmage by Steve Poston. And with a cut over the ball, it's 2nd down, 10 yards to go. And Shimmick gives the ball to the wingback, and nothing there. He goes backwards. Gene, knowing a win there would put him in the playoff, it might make a difference. Going in after a loss here, taking them out of there would not be a pretty sight, possibly. Shimmick rolling on the option play. He keeps it with 1:05 remaining. Just spreading it across the field, just trying to run some clock out. Jason Wolf makes the step to do so. They have only one return man back, and that's Poston. The punter is Mike Rohr. And the Gales have laid their ears back, and they're teeing off on this punt. There's the snap, there's the rush, and nobody gets to him, and it's a brilliant punt. Poston goes way back, gathers it in at the 37-yard line. What a big time. Mr. Gales, they really had played so well since the opening game of the year, knocking off 7 wins in a row, but it will come to an end here unless something big time happens in the next 20 seconds. High formation, pro set, Burry back to throw. He lobs one over the middle, and it is knocked out of the hands of Jeremy Glendenning at the 48-yard line by Eric Johnson. Merton and Glendenning are in tandem to the near side, and they get zone coverage over here. 3-on-2. Burry back to throw. Gets a little protection. Fires for Merton. Catches the ball out of bounds immediately at the 43-yard line. Good pass, good catch. 11 seconds remain. Gary Pursuti makes the stop. Seconds remain in the game. Merton right, Glendenning left. And Woody Johnson, I think, must have forgotten the snap count because he jumps up and asks quarterback Scott Burry. He tells him, there's the snap. Burry right. Pump fakes, fires deep. He's got Smeltzer, and he can't catch the ball at the 11-yard line.
Whoa.
That ball was thrown perfectly, and Smeltzer gave him 3 seconds. Very likely the last play of the game. Here comes the Hail Mary throw, and it will be trips right. All 3 wide receivers are to the right side. and I'm amazed that only 3 defensive backs are with them. And Burry is back to throw it. Johnson rushing him. Burry gets the pass away. Glendenning, no, it is caught in front of him by the Panthers, and that, wait a minute, a penalty flag is down, and that may not be the final play.
The Panthers are out on the field celebrating, and now they
get this ball into the end zone. So it's Glendenning and Merton going right. The 2 running backs stay in behind Scott Burry, Wheeler and Rosser, and they block for him. And Burry sets up, and he fires, and it is not complete, intended for Brad Merton, and this game is over. The Gales lose a heartbreaker here at Fulton Field, 18-13 to the Perry Panthers from Massillon.